Greetings, YouTube. There is currently a measles outbreak in Columbus, Ohio. Measles, a disease that we have a firm grip on, that we can control with great tenacity, that doesn't have to kill anyone, because we have good vaccines against it. And children are supposed to receive those vaccines at intervals before they reach adulthood. It's part of the whole regime of vaccines that kids receive from when they are, right out of the chute until they become adults. And if they take those vaccines, they'll be protected, and their community will be protected. You will achieve the classic, herd immunity, which only functions when you have like a 90+% immunity level. And you don't get that way unless, you have a lot of people who have been vaccinated. And that's the problem. There are anti-vaxxers who have decided that they don't need to have their kids vaccinated because they have believed the lies about vaccines. They have believed that vaccines cause autism, which they don't. They believe that vaccines that are currently being used are bad, which they aren't. And that was a lie begun by Andrew Wakefield, a discredited doctor who had his own vaccine regime that he was trying to sell. So he was trying to undermine the current 3-stage vaccine regime that was being used and is still being used in many places, which is perfectly safe. But he wanted to show that it wasn't, so that people would use his single regime vaccine. So as a marketing technique, he was trying to convince people that the existing vaccine was not safe, and it got out of hand for him. And it was picked up by, the mommy net folks and the goop folks and nut jobs on both ends of the political scale, both the conservatives and the liberal ends of the scale. And they became convinced that vaccines are dangerous, so they stopped giving them to their kids. They won't take vaccines against COVID because they've been convinced that they're dangerous, and they aren't. They don't understand how vaccines are formed. They don't understand what mRNA means. They don't understand what the ingredients in vaccines are or do. And if you don't understand these things, you can educate yourself, but that's hard. You can listen to experts, which is the smart route, or you can become a conspiracy theorist like these people and not give vaccines to your kids who now have measles and not only are potentially going to die themselves, but spread disease to other people, some of whom may not be able to take vaccines because they have, medical issues. So not only are you keeping your child endangered, but you're endangering the public. And that's exactly what I think these are. Parents that don't vaccinate their kids, in my opinion, just like the title of this video says, are engaging in child endangerment and medical neglect. And I think those charges should be filed against them. Any parent or guardian of a child that does not get them the vaccines they need to be safe should be charged criminally. I firmly believe that. It is your duty. It's your duty as an adult and as a guardian to protect your kids, to make sure that they have what they need to be safe. And that means vaccines. And if you're not going to do that, don't be a parent. Flat out. Leave that to people who are sane. I apologize if it sounds harsh. I don't care. It's just what it is. And we need to stop coddling these people. We need to stop telling them that they can make these kinds of decisions for their children. Because denying your child needed medical help should be considered a criminal act. It is no different than harming your child directly. And I am sick of these people. I'm sick of the anti-vaxxers. We need to start treating them as what they are, people committing criminal acts against children.